Today we're glad to be chatting with Mollee Gray, who can be seen in the new movie Teen Beach Movie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. So you got to fill us in the new movie that you're just in, Teen Beach Movie. How did you like working on it?
Teen Beach Movie was kind of a dream come true, really. I was in Puerto Rico for 2.5 months, and we were filming on a beautiful beach. So it was kind of a dreamland, and then the cast got so close. We were like a family and hung out every single day, like had sleepovers, and we would have jam sessions, and it was kind of like this like bubble of like a dream, and then we all came back to reality and was like, oh, I just want to go back to the beach.
Well, it seems like it is a perfect cast. Like, I couldn't put anyone else or replace anybody. Everyone's just, like, perfect in the movie.
Yeah, no, I feel like they casted very, very well. And even though it wasn't, completely typecasted, I feel like each person embodied a part of their character. So it's really fun to hang out with everybody because each person kind of has the same characteristics or like dynamic as their character, and it's really fun. It's really fun to be around everybody.
Yeah. Well, tell us, can you surf in real life?
Okay, so here's what happened. One time I was in Hawaii and I went to surf and I was trying and I thought I was doing awesome. And I was waiting for the surfboard to come in because I was like getting lessons, and I stepped on a sea urchin, and like its little things like stuck into my foot, so I got a really bad experience, and I've been terrified to go into the ocean with a surfboard. I just have this weird feeling that I'm going to step on a sea urchin all the time.
Oh my gosh. Maybe you should wear like some sort of the rubber shoes or something like that so you won't be as scared, and try that.
Yeah, that's, if I get like those shoes with like the toe things you could swim with,
yeah,
I will definitely try it again.
Yeah. Well, also we were going to say, for the movie, do you have a favorite scene from it that you like filming the best?
My favorite scene to film was, I think it's when, so we're in Big Mama's and there's that confrontation between the bikers and the surfers. Mm-hmm. And it's the scene where Garrett, who plays Tanner, walks through and he's like, excuse me. He's like, what? It was my favorite to film because it took so many times for us to get it like completely right, because somebody would break character always. We all started laughing, and then that one time that we got it, like something went wrong when like John, who plays Butchie's supposed to point and he like hits Jordan.
Oh, no.
And it's so funny and the outtakes are in that part on the DVD, so it's so funny just to watch over because we were trying so hard to like stay in character.
Yeah, well, we saw it at the end of the movie when it played, like, those behind-the-scenes stuff, so that's always fun. It's always fun watching those, because it gives you that look like, oh, so this is really what happened when they were filming. So that's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Well, we like the ending of the movie, how with the cell phone and then Bieber at the end.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. That was funny.
Funny. Yeah.
Now, if there were to be a part 2 of the movie, because it looks like they left it open, so maybe like a part 2 can happen, what would you like to see happen in part 2?
I think I would like to see like the characters kind of have to deal with modern day life. Like the modern day couple came into our world and they had to figure out how to function in like a 60s movie kind of thing. So I think it'd be funny if the characters from the 60s movie had to figure out how to function in modern day world. And could be cute, could be fun, and a lot could go wrong, a lot could go great. So it'd be really funny to watch.
Oh, that would be funny. That's a good idea. And fingers crossed there is a part 2. We'd like to see that. That would be good.
I am hoping. I think all of us are hoping. We're like waiting to get a call from Disney being like, oh, there's going to be a sequel. And like, every interview I do, they're like, are you going to have part 2, like Teen Beach Movie 2? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just as anxious as how you are. So
we hope that happens. And, well, speaking of, like, musicals that you were in, and, like, you were in parts 1, 2, and 3, High School Musical, you got to tell us about that. How'd you like working on that?
High School Musical, it's so weird to talk about because I auditioned when I was about 12, 13, and I walked into the audition, and there wasn't very many people there, and Kenny Ortega walked in, and I knew him because, like, I loved Dirty Dancing, and I knew his name and his work and all that, so he walked in and I was kind of starstruck, and he was like, "Hey everybody, my name's Kenny Ortega. I'm just putting together a little movie to throw on Disney Channel to make sure people know I'm still around." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, it'd be cool to be on Disney Channel." And we had no idea that it was going to turn out to be as big as it did. So the first one was kind of like, "Oh, this is cool. This is like a movie set, you know." And then the second and third one became like surreal because it was this huge phenomenon that like nobody was expecting. So like East High School became so iconic, and it was cool to like walk in there knowing that like I had a part to do. You know what I mean? Like I was part of why East High School is iconic, and it was cool. I loved it.
What was it like also having on set Zac Efron and Ashley Tisdale, Vanessa Hudgens? What was it like having them on set?
Honestly, it was interesting because they, obviously they weren't like as famous as they are now when we were filming the first one. So, when we all got to know each other, it was just like getting to know like another person. And then they ended up being like super famous, but like to us, we all were a family. And so it wasn't like anybody was like, "Oh my gosh, there's Zac Efron, we can't talk to these famous." It was like, "What up, Zac?" You know, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I think it's a better opportunity that you guys did get to learn them on a lower level like that as friends, first off, because like you said, if they were just famous, it would be taken on a whole different level. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and now we have to talk about your whole So You Think You Can Dance experience. What was your experience like on the show?
So You Think You Can Dance was very fun, but it was incredibly stressful. But I couldn't be more grateful to be put through that stress because it prepared me for the industry today. Like we had to learn duets in like my season. We had 4.5 hours to learn to dance before we like got put on stage and to perform. We got a lot of stage practice and exposure, and it was cool. It was really, really cool, and it was a huge learning lesson, and it was the stepping stone for me for my career. And I think that it gave me the knowledge that I needed to have the set etiquette, to know how to work with certain people, how to, you know, stay healthy, keep my mind on track. It was a huge part of my career.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a favorite routine that you did when you were on the show?
Yeah, I loved my waltz with Jacob. It was, probably one of my favorite dances I've ever done in my life. It was a super inspiring little story, and Jacob is such a beautiful person inside and out, and it was awesome.
Yeah, well, we were just thinking back on your season. You had Legacy on there, who was an amazing dancer as well. You had Catherine McCormick, so you had good people on your season.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so cool, and it's so cool to see, like, so many So You Think alumni being so successful, you know? Like, Catherine, she's doing huge things with acting, with Step Up, and then, you know, Legacy, like, doing Justin Bieber things, and everybody's, like, making their own little path, and it's really cool that, like, they're using So You Think as a stepping stone rather than just, like, letting it be like, "Oh, I made it because I got onto So You Think," you know? They're using it to the fullest advantage, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Do you keep in touch with Kent Boyd?
Yes, Kent and I are super duper close. I actually saw him last night. We just did an event for Bob Skechers and saw him and got to see Chrissy. But yeah, Kent and I, you know, because we're part of the So You Think family, everyone kind of adapts to each other and just takes each other in like already as family. So he and I have been close for a very long time.
Very cool. When you guys auditioned for the movie, did you know he would be in it, or how did you guys find out you'd both be in it?
No, actually, I was filming a pilot for Disney Channel with Maya, who's the lead of Teen Beach Movie and has the Fosters, and her and I met on a pilot for Disney Channel, and then Disney had contacted me and said, "Hey, we want you to audition for Giggles," and I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what's a giggle?" You know what I mean? But I found out what the character was. I auditioned, and then they called me within a couple days and said, "Okay, pack your bags. You're going to Puerto Rico." So I was the last one to get there, and then I walked into rehearsal, and I saw so many people, like Caitlin Lawson, who was on So You Think You Can Dance. There was just, like, Ricky Janie. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a family! So it was such a fun set to work on.
We love when any So You Think You Can Dancers are in any movies or any projects. We support them, like, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
Do you hang out with everyone else as well, or...?
Yeah, I see people around. Allison Holker and I grew up at the same studio. We were, like sisters. So I see her, and she's getting engaged to Twitch, so I see them sometimes. But you know what? Noelle's like my best friend in the entire world, and we've been best friends ever since I was 18. Right before I got on the show, we met at Vegas Week, and ever since then we've been like inseparable. And so, if anybody I hang out with the most, it's Noelle.
Wow, well, that's so great. You made a lifelong friend through this whole experience. That's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you watch now this season of SYTYCD Dance? Do you have the time to watch?
Yeah, I've actually been able to. I put it on DVR, and my roommates and I will sit and watch it and stuff.
Well, do you have any predictions here? Who do you think is going to win, or do you have any favorites? Anyone that stands out to you?
I don't know. It's really difficult because I feel like they're all super, super unique.
Yeah.
I really, really liked Jenna. She was like one of my favorites.
Yes.
I do think, yeah, I have a feeling that Amy is going to do really well.
Yeah.
And Paul, I believe his name, the ballroom guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going to do really great as well. And I think Fiction, but see, then I also think Fiction is like so cute, so humble, and so I think everyone is just kind of amazing. Like it's so hard being on that show, like not knowing when you're going home and whatnot, so I'm just kind of voting for everybody.
Yeah, they're all so good, and like you said, you don't even know, you could be doing so well one week, and then the next, just America votes you off, and it's so unpredictable.
Yeah. Yeah, my best week was the week before I got voted off. So, and I was like, I thought like that was, if anything, that was the most confident I had been that I was going to continue on in the competition. Mm-hmm. And then that was the one I got kicked off. So you never really know.
Wow. Well, I'm sure this experience definitely has helped you a lot with industry today, so it's good.
Yeah.
And now we have a couple get-to-know-you questions. So first off, we're going to ask you, who's your current celebrity crush?
My current celebrity crush. I would have to say, I don't know, maybe Channing Tatum.
Good choice.
Yeah.
That's a very good choice.
Yeah, I think a lot of girls like Channing Tatum, so.
Yes. Did you watch him in She's the Man? Because that's our absolute favorite movie of his.
Yeah. Yes, I actually watched that like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this movie.
Yes.
But yeah, Channing Tatum.
So good.
Pretty awesome.
Would you get nervous if you talked to Channing?
I don't know if I would get nervous. I don't get nervous very easily. I just get very like actually yeah, I probably would get nervous. I would probably like giggle, or I'd probably get red in the face, or just not know what to say, or just make a complete fool out of myself. But I think I would actually talk to him.
Right.
I don't know if words would come out, but.
Well, I think a lot of people want to know, because this is our number one question that everyone's sending in for us all the time. Tell us about Golly, that they combine you with Garrett Clayton and Johnny DeLuca. What is this happening here?
Oh, Jolly is John DeLuca and me, Mollee, and then Golly is Garrett Clayton and Mollee. It's, the people are starting to ship names, and Garrett and I are very close, and John and I are very close, and, we're best friends, and that's kind of it.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, but we love it. It's so cool. It's cool to see, fans supporting us, and so we love it.
Yes, no, I love it too on Instagram when you post a photo. All you see in the comments are Jolly or Golly, and it's just all down your whole timeline.
Yeah, so I know. Great. It's so cool. It's like, wow, people actually like this. This is pretty cool.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then tell us about your Instagram. How do you like using that?
I am very addicted and obsessed with Instagram. I am constantly on it checking, my news feed, or, you click on the little following button, you see what other people are doing, and then I go on a popular page and I get lost, and everyone's like, Mollee, off your phone, or people will just, double tap my phone because they know I'm on Instagram, and it starts liking random pictures, so, I don't know. I love it.
Fun, and like you said, very addictive, very addictive.
Yeah.
And then also, do you have a favorite fast food restaurant?
Ooh, favorite fast food restaurant. Not a big fast food person, but I would have to say In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
Really like In-N-Out.
Good choice, good choice. How about Chick-fil-A too? Are you a fan?
Chick-fil-A, not so much.
No?
Not like a huge fan, but I mean, I don't mind people that like it. I just not my personal preference.
Yeah. How about also, like, okay, so do you like Taco Bell or McDonald's if you had to choose?
I do like Taco Bell. I like tacos. And McDonald's, I like their Oreo McFlurries.
Oh, those are good. Those are good.
Okay, I just said, I'm not a big fast food person, but let me get some tacos and some Oreo McFlurries. Well...
I know, it's okay, though, because fast food's so good. I mean, how can you not? You can't say, oh, no.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what I like to eat, and you're going to think I'm completely weird, but I can't cook to save my life. I'm awful.
Oh, you can't?
Never will I let anybody taste my cooking. So I go to Ralph's and I just buy these little chicken in a cans, and I put it in a can, and I'll get some, like, corn or green beans in a can, and I'll, like, put them in a bowl, put it in a microwave, and I got my dinner.
Oh, okay. There you go. Easy, convenient, and a perfect meal.
Yeah, it's perfect. Healthy. I got my protein. I got my vegetables.
Yeah. You could fool people, though. You could put, like, a whole dinner and, like, set it up and be like, yes, I did cook this and spend hours cooking.
I actually am going to try that.
Yeah.
And, like, make it all fancy and everything, like, light candles. It'd be so fun.
Exactly. And then also, do you have a favorite, a prized possession or something you can't live without?
Something I can't live without. That's hard. I think I would have to say my iPhone, probably.
Your iPhone.
Because it has, like, my music. I can watch, shows on it. You can download books on it. Talk to people, communicate.
Yes.
So it kind of has everything in that little phone.
Exactly. And what's your current ringtone? Speaking of your iPhone, what do you have on there?
It's just like the regular iPhone thing, but I have like the vibration. Like I customize the vibration, and it goes. Shoot, I just forgot it. I just forgot it.
Oh, it's okay.
I can't remember, but it's a very familiar tone. But now I feel stupid because I can't remember it. But like you can customize your vibration, and so it's set too.
Well, yeah, I wish iPhone had like tons of ringtones, like a lot of choices. It's like very minimal, the ones they give you on the phone like that.
Yeah, and I know some people who like record their own and they make them a ringtone. I tried to do that and I got so confused and ended up like just recording myself singing weird things and wasn't okay. I was like, what's going on?
Well, speaking of singing, we hear you're a singer. Tell us about your new music video. That's exciting. I was excited to see that.
Yeah, I have 2 songs out on iTunes. One's called You Don't Know Anything, and the other one is called Wasted. And I have a music video out for You Don't Know Anything, and it was super fun. It was my very first video, and I had amazing people working on it with me. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's cool. Very neat. So everyone has to check out your music and everything as well. That's neat.
Yes, thank you.
Then we were also going to ask you, you were on episodes of like Big Time Rush and Victorious. How did you like working on those shows?
It was really fun. I think anytime you get on like a family show, like a Nickelodeon or Disney or, ABC Family, it's always a very like light energy, like nothing's ever heavy. It's all like happy and everyone just like wants to have a good time and everyone's laughing and smiling all the time. So I had a blast and, I got to meet the cast, obviously, and became friends with them. So I made new friends. And I met Victoria, who is the lead of Victorious, and I met her when I was 16. I did a movie for MTV called American Mall, where I was a dancer, and she came to the premiere, and we met at the after party. So then I got booked on her show, and we were like, oh my God, I've been seeing you in years. So that was pretty cool.
That's really neat. And speaking of the American Mall, that's like one of our favorite movies. Like, we never get sick of that. I don't care how old it is. It's so good. I love that. I wish they would make another one of that. That's fabulous. How did you like working on that?
It was awesome. It was cool because it was my first, like I did like an all-girl scene, and it was very like we had trench coats, and it was my first time getting to like kind of dance a little bit older, and so that was kind of fun, and the cast was a blast to work with, and they're all so funny. Like, the 4 guys were hilarious, so it was really enjoyable.
Yes. How do you feel that your resume, that you just look at it, that you're so young and you have so much already on your resume? How does that feel? You know what I mean? You've done so much, and
I don't know. It's weird to me, because it's like I guess like I don't realize like how like much I guess I get to work, and it's really cool, and like it's so weird. I hate talking about myself, but it's like I'm very grateful. Like, I'm very, very, very grateful, because each job is completely different, and it's gotten me to where I am today. And my like ultimate dream in life is to like be an ultimate triple threat, like be very well known in the dance world, be like a very well known actor, and then, you know, well known in my singing as well. So it's really cool to, you know, knowing I've been working on this my entire life. I've been trying to get this type of career. It's really cool, you know, to look at what I've done and be like, wow, like, you're starting to accomplish your dream, you know? It's kind of cool.
Well, I have to say that when you were on So You Think You Can Dance, I think you pretty much made a statement. When you first auditioned, I think people kind of took notice on you, and they're like, Mollee Gray, she's going to be someone. You know what I mean? And through the years, people don't forget your name. When they say Mollee, like, people know who you are. You know what I mean? So it's not anything that you're...
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's awesome. Like I think the coolest thing is getting like responses from kids, and they say they look up to me and that I'm a role model to them, and that's like the coolest thing in the world to me, because like knowing that I'm doing something like enough, or like a good enough person for like kids to like want to be like me or look up to me, is kind of like the coolest feeling in the world, especially because I looked up to so many people growing up, you know, and it's cool that I get to be that person for somebody.
Well, saying also that you wanted to be like a triple threat, like the singing and everything like that, did you want to have your own show, maybe? Something like that? You know how Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, like, would you want to be the main star of your show, kind of? Would you want to consider that ever?
That would be amazing. I would love that. I think it'd be super cool. I would be in heaven if that ever happened.
That would be neat. I mean, they're always coming out with new shows, so I can picture you as one of the star of the shows, starring Mollee Gray.
I hope so. I hope that happens.
Yeah. So what do you do besides dancing and everything, like, on your normal day basis?
I'm actually very kind of like home person. I like to be home and like kind of do my own thing. I like to write. I just found a new love for longboarding, so me and Noelle have been longboarding a lot. I like to, I don't know, watch TV. I'm not like a big, like go out type of person unless it's something active. Like I go hiking sometimes, or I'll go swimming. I have a pool in my backyard, so I'm laying out of the pool all the time. But when I have downtime, I like to rest, because I tend to get a little busy quite often. So I like to relax and let my body rejuvenate.
Exactly. Is there any other future projects you're working on? Anything else we can look forward to from you?
Right now I'm auditioning, working on my music a lot, so you'll be seeing that, and sure you'll be seeing me soon.